We're doing the season finale of 20 Questions, season 3, which I think marks like episode 70 of the show.
That's amazing.
Which is really funny because we're heading off to Chicago in like 36 hours. And I filmed the first episode at Chicago last year.
Yep, that's where it all started.
So it should be an absolutely great time. And by sort of popular demand, you're finally doing 20 questions.
A little bit nervous about that. Hardly feel qualified. But for any people who wanted to see a normie do it, I'm as normie as you can get in the pen world.
Yeah. And, you know, some of the best episodes are episodes where people feel really unqualified to be on this show. So,
shall we begin?
Shall we get into this?
Right.
Welcome back to the channel. We're playing 20 Questions with
your mom.
All right, let's get into the questions. When I say fountain pen, what pen do you think of?
I think of a Mont Blanc.
All right. How did you get into pens?
I was pen-abled by you. And to some extent by one of my friends, your Auntie Anupa, who was really shocked when she found out that I didn't use fountain pens. I used Sharpie fine pens, lots of colors, permanent ink.
While we were standing in line at a pen show.
While we were standing in line for Scriptus, the first time we went to Scriptus. Yeah.
What was your first pen?
My first pen was a Cockano.
It was. It was a very cute Cockano.
A Cockano with a medium nib, which I promptly lost and replaced with another Cockano.
She didn't like as much. What's your current daily driver?
My current daily driver is a Pilot Jazz.
Pelican Jazz.
Sorry, Pelican Jazz. Sorry. Pelican Jazz, it's all black with a black nib. And I cannot get over for, what, a $25 Canadian pen?
Mm-hmm.
Super inexpensive pen. The nib is excellent.
Yeah, no,
it's a really great pen.
I really liked it on my review I did of it.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with it.
What's your favorite ink?
I think it's Sailor Haha. Is it Sailor Manual Haha?
Yeah.
So I like Sailor Manual Haha, and I like Waringal Robinson Crusoe a lot.
You are a fan of Haha. It's been in a pen since August.
Yeah, it's in my Navaler.
What's your favorite brand of either pens or ink?
Oh. Okay, favorite brand of pen is currently it's the Esterbrook Esty. I have a gold.
You have a Gold Rush.
Gold Rush green, and it's lovely. And it's inked up with the Robinson Crusoe, and I love it. Has a stub nib, writes beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me very happy.
What's your favorite brand of ink?
In terms of bottle design and like design start to finish, packaging, and the inks and the accessories, I absolutely adore Ferris Wheel Press. I love the whimsy of it. Is it my favorite ink? No, but it is, from a branding perspective, I think they're amazing.
Vintage or modern?
Torn a bit. I'm definitely modern, but when I tried your Parker Black Tassie that you got for Christmas, that pen writes beautifully. It's a really great pen, but I'm more comfortable with contemporary filling systems.
Yeah. Do you swatch all your inks?
No, I do not. I have you. I don't need to swatch a single thing when you've got.
They're already packed.
They're already packed. I'm looking for the cola ring dippers that
They're
are normally behind Alexandra's desk, but no, I don't need to swatch a single thing. You swatch everything.
Yeah, you just come down here and you point at a cola ring dipper and you go, I would like that in a pen, please.
Well, I'm not that bad. Almost that
bad. Do you daily drive the same ink and pen combos, or do you switch it up?
So the Jazz is attached to my agenda.
Yeah.
And then I have a roll that has 6 pens in it.
Yeah.
And they've been inked with the same ink since since I first started using them. I haven't switched
Yeah.
out the inks. And I use those for color coordinating schedules and appointments in my agenda. So I don't switch it up.
No.
I have probably 8 pens that are in my purse all the time.
Yeah. In a variety of colors and nib sizes.
Mostly stubs.
Mostly stubs.
Mostly stubs. I found what I like.
Do you have writing samples for all your nibs so you know how every pen writes, or do you just know the nib in every pen?
I do, but I don't really use it. It's more, I know each pen is inked in a different color.
Okay.
Certain pens I know exactly. I just know what's in the Gold Rush.
Yeah.
And I know what's in the Kaweco brass. Like, I just know.
Yeah.
And because there's only 8 of them, it's not that hard to remember. So I can't remember what the question was, but that's my answer.
What's a pen you wish you could see in person?
I'm pretty sure it's a pen that doesn't exist, but I wish it exists. Does that count?
Sure.
So is it Montegrappa that has the chessboard pen? Who is that?
It's Visconti.
Visconti has a chessboard pen. I play chess only a little bit. I really like backgammon, and I wish they'd do a backgammon pen. I think that'd be really cool. But I'd love to see it in person, but I don't think it exists. Yeah. Final answer.
What's your current grail?
I think I'd like to try it. I'll try it at the Chicago Pen Show. I think it might be a Bohème. If I'm sorry to say that to you. It's like telling someone you're going to name your child that, that's the name they've picked out for their child. But having seen, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't tried writing with one. I'm hoping Claire Coco is bringing some to Chicago. Hint, hint, Paquin Claire. And I'd like to try, because I love Mont Blanc as a brand.
Yeah.
And to me, it was like the little black dress at fountain pens, but I tried your 146.
Yeah.
And it's too chonky. It's not a comfortable writing experience for me.
Really?
So
146 is not that chonky for a Mont Blanc.
I know. And I've seen, and now we've been to the boutique a number of times. And so I've tried their other pens, the ones that they let civilians touch. And they're too big.
Yeah.
So I want to try a Bohème.
What pen would you recommend to a beginner?
Oh, hands down, a Cockanoe.
Yep.
It's mostly because it's a demonstrator. And so you just develop an understanding when you're filling it, because you can see the ink going in, and it's such a strong visual experience that I feel that, and enough different nib sizes, and it's super inexpensive. So if you do lose it, it's not a big deal to replace it.
What ink would you recommend to a beginner?
Honestly, it's whatever floats your boat. There's so many inks out there. They're like extraordinary colors and sheens and shines and sparkles, or there's plain black or blue blacks. Like, I guess the big thing that I've learned is if you want a permanent ink,
yeah,
you do have to be really careful that you're putting in a pen that you're constantly using. Otherwise, it can really gum up the feed.
Yeah.
So I would start with a non-permanent ink, so that it's easy for you to troubleshoot it, because whenever you let it dry, you're going to have to, hot water, paper towels, get it loosened up. So start with
something not waterproof.
Something not waterproof.
What advice do you have for somebody wanting to try out fountain pens who might be a bit intimidated by them?
Oh, yeah, because I was thoroughly intimidated when I went to Scriptus.
Yeah.
Like thoroughly. thoroughly intimidated at Scriptus. But then I got the cheapie, the Cockano, and it was fine. I think it's probably best, if you can, to go to a bricks and mortar.
Yep.
Where they encourage you to try them. And lots of choices. You can ask lots of questions. Bricks and mortar is best. Then I guess a pen show.
Yeah.
Or the Pelican Hub. The Pelican Hub was amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody brought their pens, pen show and tell, really, and inked up and ready to try. And that was great. I really, really enjoyed the Pelican Hub for trying a very broad spectrum of pens.
Yeah, I definitely got to try out more unique nibs at the Pelican Hub.
Yeah.
Partially because of the people that go to our Pelican Hub. Like, I got to try out a whole bunch of stuff for Monty Winfield that is just so cool, but so far out of what?
Okay, because I've never heard of Monty Winfield.
It's okay. What I would end up ever having in my collection.
Is it like St. DuPont kind of monies?
It's like $500 US just on a pen nib.
Okay.
Money. And very limited releases.
Okay. Well, I'll look them up. I've never heard of them.
Aziza has some good videos on them.
Okay.
She was also the one with the nibs at the show.
There you go.
What filling mechanism do you think is most interesting, regardless of if you actually like to use it or not?
All right. I'm not really up on all the filling systems. People speak very highly of, is it the vacuum where you go and it goes?
Yes. You have one.
I know I have one. I'm not very pleased with it right now. We're not friends. So I would say from a practical point of view, I think the one that you twist and then you twist back up and it sucks up. Cartridge. I like cartridges. No, not cartridges. Those are I like converters.
You like converters, sorry.
I like converters because Kari also taught me how to burp a converter so I can get the air out of it and get a good fill. So no, I like converters.
Yes. Because Kari teaches you more pen skills while I nap.
I know.
What nib size do you prefer to write with?
I like a stub.
I know you do.
Stub. Yep.
Is there a style of nib you love or find interesting but would never actually use?
Well, I used to get the giggles with the Fude nib because it looks like a hognose viper. But then someone on Instagram was doing calligraphy and they shot it very close up and they were using a Fude nib, and suddenly I understood how one would work with a Fude nib, and so now I can't make fun of it anymore because it's a really neat thing. So then an architect nib, and you love architect nibs, and they're just not for me.
I do. I'm getting another architect this week.
Are you really?
I am.
Okay.
I'm getting a fine architect nib.
Oh, gross. I can just hear the scratching on the paper.
Oh, whatever.
I love architecture. I hate architect nibs.
It's what I'm getting in my Kirk Spear appointment.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you always use the same paper? If so, what paper? If not, what paper is your favorite?
I think my favorite paper is the paper I got at the Pelican Hub, which is not your favorite paper, but I loved the texture of it.
And every time we see Gary, you bug him about that paper.
Yeah, but I can't help it. I don't like Tomoe River paper. I'm a lefty. It doesn't dry fast enough, and so I steer clear of that. What else? Oh, and Kari gave me a journal, a Leuchtturm 120 gram paper.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really close to the paper you get at the Pelican Hub, and I quite like that. All
right. Final question. What's your least favorite ink or ink color family?
Pale.
Okay.
I love pastels. But in a pen, If you're laying down ink and it's too pale for you to read it,
Yeah.
No, thank you.
There's no point.
No. So actually, I do have ink in a pen right now that is coming with me to Chicago. But before we go, I want to add. I'm not going to remove the ink that's in it. I'm not going to wash it. I just want to add a darker blue into it so that it amps up the color.
All right. I have no idea what pen you're talking about, but okay.
Ferris Wheel Press, the cat pen.
Ah,
the one that I'm going to have the nib work done on.
Yeah. Well, the pen has to be clean to have nib work done on it anyway. So.
Oh, son of a gun. Okay. Girl. Like completely clean? No ink in it at all?
No ink in it.
All right.
So I'm clean.
I guess I'm cleaning a pen tonight. You can do another live. You can teach me how to clean pens.
I'm taking pen cleaning supplies so I can do that like Thursday night for my nib appointments on Friday.
Okay. It's the nib that I'm going to have Annabelle work on. All right. I actually made notes, so there might be 2 pens that I need cleaned.
Well, thanks for playing 20 questions.
You're very welcome.
And now let's look at the comments because I've been seeing them pop up out of the corner of my eye. I don't know if people have questions. If people have questions for Mom or I, feel free to drop them in the chat. Marina says hi.
Hi, Marina.
You're the best. Fountain Pendulum says hi. Are you coming to the show? I didn't see your name on the vendor list, but also.
Which one's Fountain Pendulum?
She makes the really cool wooden stands.
Oh,
things.
Yeah. Okay. How long is your drive to Chicago? It's 8 hours without stops. And we have to stop a couple of times just to stretch.
Well, Christy, the replay of this will be saved, and if I get my butt in gear this evening, the edited version will be out tomorrow morning.
Why does it need editing? It was fine.
The like version that's actually going up like in the video thread.
In
the playlist.
Fair enough.
Marine's not a friend with backfillers either. Bailey says hi. Jennifer Barrow says she can't wait to meet us both in Chicago. Marina.
Everybody needs name tags.
Everybody will have name tags.
Oh, great. Good.
Look at this lovely.
Mine's just going to say.
No, like, look.
Alexandra's mom.
And then underneath there's space. And so last year
Oh, who did that calligraphy?
Kari did that last year.
Oh, but Kari's not coming.
Kari's not coming this year.
All right, so I need.
Which also, I don't know if that's public or not yet, so.
We'll edit it out.
We'll edit it out, but like.
Well, she might change her mind. Never know.
Desk chatter this week will be happening in 3 different cities. If I show up.
Hosted by
Marina, over on Marina's channel.
Oh, you can show up. We'll show up together for a few minutes.
All right. We'll show up for a couple minutes after our very long drive to Chicago.
Yeah.
Marina isn't friends with Vac either. She also hopes you and I try a Waverly nib, which is another Monty Winfield nib that looks a little bit like a Fude.
I think I need some practice
pastels
with it,
don't do anything for her either. Esterbrook is bringing their full tester set, and that'll have a Fude in it.
Oh, okay.
Marina, no questions, just love.
Love's good.
Bailey is going by train, and it's 11 and a half hours.
I saw that. It came
Honestly,
up on the thing.
if we could go by train.
Oh, we'd go by train in a heartbeat.
But I
love taking the train.
There's not yet. There's been discussion of a cross-border train from Toronto to Chicago, but it does not exist. It was supposed to exist by 2027, and I have my doubts.
Think we'd have to drive maybe to Buffalo. Drive to Buffalo and catch a train there. I'm not sure.
Anything else? Bailey, yes, same. No questions, just love. She'll have a name tag too. So everyone at Chicago Pen Show gets name tags if you've got a weekend pass. I added my handle last year. I do not know what mine will say this year because I don't know at this moment.
Because of the wonderful things she does.
Because of the wonderful things I do. How did I get copyright claimed by Disney?
Oh, sorry. Whoopsie. It was less than 10 seconds.
It was.
There's no charge. Even I know that.
Christy will be there with a bunch of Birmingham Penco samples. That is excellent. I will be packing up ink samples tomorrow. Birmingham Penco inks are so hard to get here, but are so lovely.
Who sells them up here?
Only Penablers.
Oh, okay.
Only in, I think only in sample files currently. Bailey, a cross-border train would be cool. It would be. Yes, so last year there was space to add internet handles. I'm hoping it's the same this year.
I would think so.
Because it was really nice to be able to add who you're with. You're Mama Hobbit. Okay, I know who you are now on the Atlas Discord.
Mama Hobbit.
Kirsty is Mama Hobbit on the Atlas Discord, who was talking yesterday about how much she liked my videos. And we've been talking about Birmingham Pen Company inks on the Atlas Discord. If you're not on the Atlas Discord yet, go join the Atlas Discord. It's a
missing
brilliant place. Does it come full circle now? Yes. Every path leads back to the Atlas Discord. Every path.
I'm not on Discord.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're going to end this here shortly because it's, 36 hours before we leave and we've still got stuff to do.
I haven't even started packing it. I haven't.
I've packed clothes.
You have.
I've packed clothes, but that's it.
Yeah, you're further ahead than I am.
So, I hope you guys enjoyed. And
thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for finally doing it.
Well, I have to actually use fountain pens for a stretch before I can do fountain pen 20 questions.
That's fair. That's fair. When I started this show, you'd only been using fountain pens for 6 months.
Yeah.
And had just lost your cockano.
And I had just lost my cockano. So. All right.
All right. We'll see you guys in a couple days. And if you're not following Marina, go follow Marina because she's hosting Desk Chatter this week, which should be a great time. And I will turn up very sleep deprived for a little bit of it.
From our hotel room.
From our hotel room in Chicago. Most likely after Trader Joe's haul.
Perhaps. Snacks.
Snacks. All right. Bye, guys.